I'm not a joke when it comes to my work. You know Gordon Ramsey from Hell's Kitchen?
Oh, yeah.
I love him. So that should give you an insight as to how I am with my staff. I love Gordon Ramsey.
Wow, okay. Interesting. I learned a lot tonight. Wow. It took 3 years.
Okay, should I tell the story?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom while you tell the story.
Okay. No, I want you to sit right here so you can see exactly what I'm saying about you.
Wow. It's unbelievable it took this long for us to connect.
Actually connect.
Wow, that's crazy. We could have been doing a lot of this.
Already.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Now that you're taking this processing, what do you call
Business
it?
processing.
Business processing. Perfect time because I want to learn about this business processing. And it's going to be fresh
I'll
on your
send
mind.
you the file.
When are you going to do that? Okay,
I got to get it from her.
A person of your word. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. A person of their word. You ever heard of the quote, the measure of a man is the sanctity of his bond?
Mm-hmm. Your word is your bond.
Y'all heard that? You're supposed to send me the file for business processing.
Yes, I am. As soon as I get it. Because I have the hard copy and she said if we wanted a copy, request it from her. So I need to do that tomorrow. And when I do that tomorrow, when I receive it, I will forward you a copy.
You have my email?
I should. I had correspondence with you in the past and I sent you stuff. So I'm sure if I punch your name in,
you sent me stuff?
I sent you stuff about what I do, now that was a couple years ago.
Right.
Yeah. I sent you everything that I was working on.
Alright, so y'all want to hear the story? Okay. So, I was working at Sylvia's restaurant, right? And I was the manager at the time. I'm not with them any longer, but I was the manager at the time. So we had this big party to come in, and they sat in the green room at table 1. And it was about probably like 15 or 18 of them. And it was with a pastor or a deacon of the bishop of this church. What's his name?
Bishop, oh my God. Bishop Vaughn McLaughlin of the Potter's House
Bishop
in
McLaughlin.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Wonderful. When I tell you, wonderful spirit, wonderful spirit. And he actually even invited me out to Florida. And you know black people. It sounds good at the moment. We're all hyped and geared up, ready to go at the moment. But then, as soon as the moment passes, we're like, we never take the opportunity. So I never got to Florida.
It's still open. I'm telling you, it's still open. Still open. All I have to do is say a word. It's still open.
Y'all heard that, right? He said it's still open.
It's still open.
Because I really want to go. Because he was telling me they have a mall and they have a restaurant.
Yes.
And I really want to go.
Let me tell you this.
Can you take me?
Sure. I mean, actually, we're going down because he have every year, because that's what he was inviting you to. Every year he has a conference where he invites all his churches from around the United States.
Is it a certain time?
This next one, the first one is in March, which we'll probably miss, but the next one is in June.
Okay.
The next opportunity goes in June.
Okay. So anyway, unbeknownst to me, little did I know that I had an admirer in their group because I was speaking to, the bishop, and I was, welcoming everybody, doing what managers are supposed to do, especially when you have a big group like that. So, how did you get my information?
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
You had to give him your information, and you gave him your number, and I memorized.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, how flattering is that when you are giving your number and somebody intercepts it and memorizes it?
I memorized. I didn't write it down. I memorized.
You didn't call me though.
Yes, I text you. That's how I first got in touch with you.
You text me.
Yes.
Okay. So then he texts me, and I don't know. You said that you were with the bishop or whatever, and that my presence or whatever just kind of just stuck with you.
Your customer service.
My customer service stuck with him. So see, that's why I am the front of the house queen.
There you go.
So anyway, so this is like back in 2009.
It had to be about what's this? 2012? No, 2009. It was 2009.
2009.
Yep, because where I'm at now in terms of my job, it'll be my 3rd year, March 1st. So it was 2009. Yep.
Y'all, this happened 2009. Okay, so he and I stayed in contact, and then we befriended each other on Facebook.
Yes, we talked on the phone too.
But we've only had like 2 conversations on the phone.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3. Yeah.
So really, we really don't know each other.
Right.
But we are very well acquainted with one another via Facebook, keeping in contact. See, Facebook does serve a good purpose, though.
It does.
It really does. Because if it wasn't for Facebook, Brian and I would not be sitting across the table from one another right now.
Exactly. You're right.
Although, I have to tell y'all, though, there is like a downside to this story because Brian picks up and comes to New York often, frequently, and even though he says that, you made an impression, I can't wait till I come back. And y'all, let me tell you something. He has said this a couple of times. Oh, I can't wait till I come back to New York because we're gonna go hang out. And then this Negro, I'm on Facebook one day, right? And here Brian is typing away on Facebook, talking about how he's roaming the streets of New York, on this beautiful day. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's in New York and he didn't even contact me, Mr. Oh, I can't wait till we hang out. So I Facebook him, and you got some nerve to be in New York, blasted on Facebook, talking about your roaming the streets of New York, and you didn't even call me? Fine, whatever. Still love you, though. Still love you, boo. Okay. So then fast forward, maybe a year?
Wow.
Now?
Yep. Well, what church was talking about was September, and I came down in September for the September 11th.
2011?
Yeah. So that's the last time I was here, and I was posting on Facebook, and you.
But I think, but wait.
Well, I was here before too. When
did you post? I think this is in the summertime.
In the summer, I was here. Yeah, I've been here several times.
Y'all hear that? He's been here several times. But not until I had to post myself up on Facebook as a damsel in distress because I'm tired of spending Saturday nights alone. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I was in the house all day today with my 2 babies, my dogs, Luno's Pit and a boxer, beautiful, my kids. So I got tired of sitting in the house with them all day. So I get on Facebook and I'm like, you know what? I want a hot date tonight, right? So here comes Mr. Knight in shining armor to rescue the damsel in distress. You know what? Brian Dennis responds, let's go. What time can you meet me at Grand Central Station? So that's how we ended up.
Yeah, finally,
tonight, having a great time.
Because I said,
what did it take, though? What did it take? It took for me to post myself up on Facebook as a damsel in distress. Yeah. That's when he calls to duty.
Because I was like, wow, wait a minute, we need to talk. That's exactly what I said. I said, I'm gonna holler at her.
So whatever it took to get him here, he's here.
Wow.
Gosh darn it.
Because you're right. That's wow. We should have met at least 10 times by now. At least.
In 3 years, of course.
3 years, yeah.
Of course.
Wow. But it's all good. Everything has its